Hi Capricorn, how are you? How's things? I'm Eriu and welcome to Eriu Tarot Readings, and as always my beautiful Cappies, you're very welcome to this month of January life reading for 2018. Now to my all subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for having patience with me over the last few months, because I know I haven't put out any content. And as you're probably aware, I put out a video there called Soul Purge about a month ago, just kind of explaining as to what I was going through, and that's why I had to kind of go off and take care of myself for a bit. And I just thought that needed to be done first before I could come back to you, to be honest, because I couldn't give that myself in that way. Oh, hello Capricorn, there you are. So thank you for your patience, and to my new subscribers and to my new viewers, if you're new to my channel, you're very welcome here. This is a tuatha. Tuatha means tribe in Irish and Gaelic, and you're always welcome to this tribe. Always welcome. Hope you really enjoyed here, and we're family here. We take care of each other, so if you're going through anything, especially anything that comes up in this reading that really resonates with you, do put it in the comment section below, because that's what's important, okay? That we take care of each other. And that's really why I started doing this channel, I think, was to help people as much as I could. So, if it doesn't fully resonate, which it won't, new Capricorns. Old Capricorns know this, new Capricorns, it won't fully resonate. It couldn't possibly, because it's a general reading. So it'd be fantastic if it did, but if it doesn't, that's, you know why. Also, do check out your moon and your rising signs as well, because sometimes they carry a bit more weight for you. Particular readings, and like I do that myself all the time. I'm a Gemini, I'm a Libra, Libra Sun, Gemini Rising and Leo Moon, so I always check out my Leo Moon. Always. Actually never really check out my Gemini Rising. So do that, and remember to put this on pause, get yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, your dinner, wherever you are. Just kind of settle into this reading, because it's going to be a long one. It's going to be about an hour. If there are things that you don't want to look into, that's fine, just fast forward. I'm going to be covering career and studies, finances, family and friends, love for singles and love for couples. So check it out. And if you're cross-watching, you know, checking out a Capricorn reading, I'd actually say to you, and you're single, I'd actually say to you to keep looking through to the couple one as well, because that might resonate. I just did a Libra reading that was very, very intense for couples, and actually it was more like a twin flame thing that I was feeling. So do go to the end, because you may actually get more answers that way, okay? Alright my darlings, shall we go? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right, done. Dun 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 dun. Oh, why am I singing Here Comes the Bride? That's weird. I also get songs in my head a lot during these readings, and sometimes they are applicable to the, especially the loved ones. I had Don't Go Breaking My Heart there in my head for a while for Libra. I think it was Libra. But anyway, hope you're all well, Capricorn. Hope you're all good. Ah, Jesus, what am I saying? Happy birthday. Christ, totally forgot about that. I'm so sorry. Happy birthday, Capricorn. Happy birthday, Capricorn. Capricorn, it's your birthday. Then I really hope I'm going to put as much love as I can into this reading for you. Okay. Awesome. Well, then you better be sitting back with a nice glass of wine or something, whatever your poison is. But something just delicious, and let's sit back and chill out. Let's have a look at what's going on with you for your birthday month. I feel like I should join you and have a glass of wine, but that might, that's a totally different type of reading then, isn't it? That I wouldn't mind, I just, maybe you would, I don't know. Have a nice glass of white maybe? Might join you, Capricorn. Right, so career for the month of January 2018 for Capricorns. How are you getting on? Nice, King of Cups energy. Right, so remember, it doesn't matter if it's a king or a queen that pops up, or if it's a page. We are not gender specific here. This is just telling us that it embodies the characteristics and traits of a masculine energy. And remember, we carry both feminine and masculine energy all the time. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, we embody both. And I think Virgo got Queen of Cups here, so maybe the earth signs are really floating into this water-like element, and just trying a different approach to life. So remember, this is career and studies. For a lot of you, you guys are sitting pretty career-wise. I mean, there's always that thing of you could do more, you could do better, you can get further, you can get higher. But sometimes you just have to be like, give yourself a break, cut the pressure, cut the crap that you're putting on yourself and say, I'm doing pretty well, thanks very much. And by the looks of it, you are. King Cups here. Kings can be known as very action orientated, direct sort of energies. Now, for me, the queens are the same. It's just they're not as in your face about it. Now, this King of Cups actually isn't that in your face about things. He sits back, he's very chilled, even though he has a lot of emotional intelligence inside of him, because that's what he works off, his emotions. So maybe for some of you in your career or in your studies, you're actually choosing, it doesn't matter if you're involved in like business or projects or teams or whatever, you're actually choosing to embody this energy because you want to see if you can get a better output with this, for want of a better word. Maybe you're changing your procedures around a little bit. Maybe you're just going, okay, like this has worked for me in the past, but maybe I'm going to have to explore this and let me see what the outcome is. For me as well, when I get the water energy, especially king or queen in your career, and I see them sitting here, it always tells me that you're doing well, but also that you're very satisfied with what you do. And that's important, that emotionally you are fulfilled by what you're doing. And if you don't feel like you're there just yet, know, Capricorn, that you're getting there. Okay, you really are getting there. Cup runneth over. You have a lot of love to give to those that you work with, but I get it's I can still feel the practicality of the matter, you know, the matter at hand. But the emotional intelligence of this King Cups is really going to serve you in January. Yeah, like, is it just me? You doing okay? I really don't feel like there's much more I need to say about him. Let's just clarify. Maybe we'll get a bit more. No. Oh, wow. Great. Capricorn, I can still hear that. Could I be doing more? Could I be doing more? The Hermit here. You've got the Emperor and the Hermit, number 4 and number 9. The Emperor, Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So that's what I said to you. This completely coincides with this. Now, the Emperor is normally Aries energy, and it's ruled by Mars. So there might be this kind of little, okay, so you've got water element going on with you this month, but also you've kind of got a bit of fire. You've got a bit of fire in your belly, but it's nothing that's too over dramatic or over the top, because King Cups, he's just not like that. He's not like the King of Wands. He's not going to be dramatic in that sense. Same sense of responsibility, different approaches. But you in this 2 major arcanas here are fantastic. So, oh wow. I just realised something else there. So yes, your organisation and logic, structure and discipline, your leadership, that's what I said to you. If you are leading a team or a group or a project or whatever, business venture, whatever, doesn't matter. This is saying, with the King of Cups, that your leadership skills are really showing this month. And not only that, you're getting really great results out of that. People look at you and they respect you because you listen to them, but also because you're action orientated in how you deal with them as well. Like, you're not just going to say you're going to do something and then you don't. You say you're going to do something and you freaking do it, and you do it with bells and whistles on as well. And people are like, wow, that person really puts their all into this, and I respect them because they don't just say they're going to do something, they do it. So they're looking at you as if somebody who really rules over everything, that sees over everything, but also that's someone that they can come to if they have a question about anything. You're ruling this organisation or whatever it is in a very, very strong way, and you're seen as somebody that, as I said, that can be respected. And I think that's great, Capricorn. Not only that, you have the Hermit card. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Now, traditionally, this is the Virgo card. Major arcana of the Virgo. So we've got 2 contrasting energies here. We've got someone who's been there, done that, seen it all, can light a fire anytime they want to and just like get shit done. And it's very much like, I am the king of the castle, but they're even bigger than that. This is the father of the tarot deck. He's all seeing and all knowing in his particular position. But then you've got the Hermit, who's complete opposite. who's not involved in an organization, who doesn't necessarily govern over people, who rules themselves and wants to rule themselves in the best way they know how. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Do you see this hermit holds a lantern? And it's the same in every single tarot. You're going to see that the hermit, if they don't hold something like a star or a lantern, it ain't the hermit. There, he holds it, or they hold it, I should say. He goes inwards to find the answers to questions that he can't get externally. His inner knowledge is something that helps him to answer life's questions, but more importantly about himself. So if you've been questioning how you've been doing things lately, Capricorn, how people see you, what the best route for you to go down is, know that all those answers are in you. And maybe you can't be as logical and structured in thought as you'd like to be. In this particular instance, this is something you got to feel out as well. And you know, research, this is also about kind of researching yourself, so go inwards a little bit. I feel like this is very much external for everyone else, and this is very much you on the inside, but it's gathering that inner knowledge. And I really like this because it's about you having insight on yourself, that not many people do that, and you're willing to go it alone, which is great. So career and study, like, you're flying high here. Look, aces, everyone, aces. Now, let's check out your finances. Da -da -da -da. Oh, I just heard you're a role model for people. I just heard that. You're a role model. And maybe you are, but so you're so dedicated to your work that you just don't see it, you know? You're just like in the work zone. I think it's important for you to realize the influence you have on people and to use that not for your greatest gain, but for everyone's greatest gain. Because the powerful people in the world lift everyone up with them. They don't do it alone. You lift people. That's how you know. I think that's just a successful person in general. Now, I'll just be floating back and forth because my camera only records 12 minutes at a time. So if you see me move, and then you see me move back, it's because I had to reset that. Okay. So yeah. Although, credit to you, Capricorn. You're the most independent sign I know. I swear to God. Next to Virgo, I think. If the world were to collapse tomorrow, we'd be left with a load of Capricorns. But they'd all be on their own because they'd all be doing their own thing. They'll be so independent. There's King Cups again. Oh yeah. Do you want me to? Okay. Just do it one more time. Beautiful. Right, finances now for you, Capricorn. How are we getting on? Oh, how are we getting on? We alright? I'm clarifying these, the Rider-Waite with these Angel Tarot cards, which are beautiful. Look at this silver trim. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. And you know, I had them for so long and I never really used them because they didn't really speak to me, and now I'm finding I'm starting to understand them a lot more than previously. Right, so random. Whoop. That is it. Whoop. Okay. A few jumpers there. Alright. So let's see your finances now for January 2018. Capricorn, what's going on? I did feel a bit of worry there. You have the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So your particular suit has come up. It is you, it is Virgo, and it is Taurus. And this is about keeping things close to your chest, keeping your cards close to your chest, not really telling anyone how your finances are. No one knows about your income and your outgoings. And also could be some of you are feeling like you really have to save. If you're in the mind for saving for something in particular that's very big, you know, it could be a house, it could be a car, it could anything of that's kind of big. Even if you've a new addition to the family, that's going to take up some money as well. So we need a chunk of money for that. That's about you holding on to things, literally quite holding on to things. It could also be about holding on to aspects of yourself, but because this is a financial reading of this part of the particular reading, this is saying, look, you're just going to save a lot more. Penny pinching is the word I want to, or the phrase I want to use. You are currently penny pinching. That's not a bad thing either. I'm hearing a lot of you are using vouchers for things as well. Before, like, you'd be like, ah, no, why would I even do that? I'll buy something full price. And now you're like, oh my god, did you know you can get 150 off that? And then that means it's only 175. And if I buy two and then I get 50% off, it's 125. You know, I think you're like realizing how amazing bargains are. For some of you probably already know that, but now you're just going deeper into this. You're just like, I am, but I completely agree with you. I'm the bargain queen and I love a good bargain. So it's like, but now you're like, wow, did you know you can get this, this and this? And this over here is like less than half price. So maybe, but you're doing it for a reason as well. Maybe some of you just got to keep your finances in check for January because December's gone. Christmas was a bit mental. There's so much socializing in December as well that it just takes up so much time and money, and it hits everyone in January. So it could be the residual energy of that. I feel more so you're just kind of like saving on for something greater. Maybe some of you want to move as well. Maybe some of you are moving city. Maybe it's a case that your current job, oh, maybe some of you are actually moving job. And you're not sure, maybe it's slightly lower wage as well and you're not quite sure. Just slightly less, you're not quite sure how you're going to live off it. You'll be fine though. Yeah, you will. Interesting. Well, let's clarify. 10 of air and 8 of water, right? So air is sword energy, water is cup energy. Right, 10 of air in this particular deck. The end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. Maybe that's true for some of you, maybe not. 8 of water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. This is interesting. As I just said, that some of you may be moving or some of you may be going to another job. 10 of air is normally 10 of swords, real straight up with you here, Capricorn. Not the best card to have. This is quite decorative, it's quite lovely. And I don't know why in this particular deck that they use unicorns for air. It's just interesting to me. Why unicorns? But anyway, I digress. But this is nice the way they've phrased it, because normally in the traditional tarot you've got the guy or gal lying down face down and they've 10 swords in their back and it's regarded as the worst card of the deck. But I love how they've put this spin on it, because this is what I always say when the 10 of swords comes up for people in the traditional Rider-Waite, which is the end of a difficult situation. 10 is the completion of something. That means it can't get any worse than it's already been. You can only bring yourself up from here. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. So that worry you have about your finances, of whether or not you're going to have enough money for things, whether or not you can save, I could just hear you trying to put money in certain boxes that you may need for things. This is saying the change is coming, and if not, the change is already here. But this change may be very good for you. You just have to see how the land lies, and that will be one of your greatest tools as well, to go with this so far. Yes, watch your money, watch your pennies, watch the cents, whatever. But just let it happen as well. Relinquish control, I think, is a big thing here with regards to this. Because this is all about control as well. Now, you also have the 8 of water here, which is a desire to move on. Sorry, I have to pull it towards me because I haven't got my glasses on. The search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So you could be emotionally moving on from something in your career, and it's affecting your finances as well. Maybe you're coming into a new phase of your life here, Capricorn, and something big or something small, or whatever you regard it to be, whatever priority you want to put on it, is happening to you now. And the only way to kind of gain control over something is by picking a particular area, and maybe it's your finances. Maybe this is other things happening around you and you're like, oh God, if this feels like the earth is shifting so much, then I gotta hold on. Roll with it and walk with it and move with it and take on this water energy. You got the King Cups in your career there. Take those elements and use them to your best advantage. And this is letting it wash over you. Letting it happen, because the worst is gone. Don't worry about that. It's time to let go of the worry as well. And you can make it work. I have no doubt you can. Right. So now we're going to do family and friends. How are your relations, Capricorn? How are you getting on with everyone? I just heard someone go, ugh, not great. Ugh. That is the noise of discontentment, isn't it? Ugh. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? And I'm just going to pick a random. Wonderful. Sorry, this is telling me actually to clarify with these. Okay. Okay, you don't want these. Okay. They went, nope. I went, are you sure? They said, yep, don't want them. I said, do you want these? They went, yep. Okay, fair enough. We'll roll with it. See, that's all about rolling with a Capricorn. It's letting happen. Right, so this is family and friends. How are your relations in January 2018? Page of Wands. All right, so we've got fire energy here, Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, and we have a very, very youthful figure holding this particular wand, also known as rods. So some of you may be surrounded by fire energy. Some of you just may be surrounded by very fiery people in general. Some of you may have one person in your family or your friendship line that is coming in as the Page of Wands for you. Now let me just hone in on this. This is interesting. This feels like someone who may be older than you, not even by much. Or I'm getting a very flamboyant mother, or one of you that, whoever this is, they're quite they're a leader in themselves. It's interesting because I have the Page here. Maybe in their hierarchy, in the what I call the biological hierarchy, so your blood family. Maybe they have some sort of like godmother. Oh, it's got godmother. Godmother. Or mother like, I'm getting female. It could be male for some of you also. I'm pulled towards female. Yet they have a very youthful spirit. And they're kind of eccentric. Yeah. Ooh, this person's way out there. I quite like them for that though. They don't give a crap. I feel like whoever this is, you don't feel is acknowledging you properly. And you're not acknowledging them properly. Because I feel like they're preoccupied with something else. And you're like, oh, hi, I just want to, and they're like, yeah, I'm just looking at my wand here. Do you mind? I'm busy, actually, I have something else to do. That's what it feels like. And you're like, oh, all right then. See you later. Who is this? Do you feel like someone hasn't got the time of day for you, Capricorn? I feel like it's family. It could also be a friend that you regard as family member, you know, because we all do that. There's always an Uncle John or Uncle Jane or Auntie Jane, do you know? They're not actually related to us, but there'll always be that connection there, like they're family. So I don't know who this person is to you, but there are some labels anyway that you can check up on, or just see if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. But someone you feel like isn't listening to you or isn't giving you the time of day. And I want you to say that it actually is both sides of you here, Capricorn. It's not just them, it's also you. Why aren't you talking to them more about what's going on? Even just with yourself. You might feel like this person's particularly guarded as well at the moment. And that they're shielding themselves from you. I don't think it's anything... you have a breakdown in communication with this person and you think it's all them and that they haven't got the time of day for you and it's all about them, but you've equally had something to do with this. This isn't just one-sided. Let me just pull. Oh my lord. She's been shown her facing so many times for me. Right, just to clarify, with the High Priestess and the Lovers, both major arcanas, a 2 and a 6. Interesting. So the High Priestess is beautiful. Oh, I love her. Oh, I love her. I love her because she's so knowledgeable, and her intuition is how she learns and how she gathers this knowledge of life, and also as I always say, the things that we can feel but we cannot see. She's ever knowing in that sense. She's the dark side of the moon. You know it's there, but you can't necessarily see it, but you can feel it. She is a stream of subconscious. She's reflective. She's just so powerful. I'm having a bit of a gushy moment about it, to be honest, because she was showing her face to me, but she wasn't coming out properly in readings, and now I'm glad she's here. And you also have the Lovers card, which is interesting. Now, the Lovers card does not necessarily mean that it has to be a couple as such, especially if we're talking about family and friends here. This could very much be that two people in a scenario that are united for whatever reason and who do love each other unconditionally are having problems. So, sorry, I have to hone in on her as well. This could very well be a matriarch of your family, and you feel like she's not speaking enough. But I need to ask you, Capricorn, have you asked her the questions? Have you asked her questions? Have you really delved deep? Because either you feel like there's more going on and you won't ask questions, and or she feels like there's more going on and she won't ask questions. I think it's you. There's a lot of love here though. I think we just have two people coming from two different sides, and the communication, maybe it's governed by the fact that you're both connected by intuition, but something's not sitting right, is it? Because they're not acting the way they normally do. So excuse me, if Capricorn, you're having feelings about this particular person in your family or your friends, wherever it lies, that something isn't right, then it isn't. High Priestess is telling you, tune into your intuition. She's there for a reason. There's something going on with one of your loved ones, and maybe they can't properly just come out and say it. Maybe it will be you need to go and start that dialogue. I don't feel like it's anything really severe or heavy. I just think it might mend this breakdown in communication that you've had the last while, or which just feels weird and feels odd. Doesn't feel right. And I don't think it's just to pick up the phone and be like, oh hey, how's it going? Yeah, grand. And just check in and just, they know where you are and what you've been doing. They need you to be there with them, with whatever they're going through. Because they're just putting on this brave face and you're interpreting it as they haven't got time for you. Mentally you're interpreting it in that way, but the High Priestess saying, you know your intuition tells you something else. And it's time that you both reveal yourselves to one another, but you may need to be the one to start this. The Lovers, two naked people showing themselves. But it's not just about being naked, it's not literal. It's about revealing yourself to one another. They have that dialogue. And there's a lot of love here. Please try this. I know it might not be the easiest thing for you to do, and you may come up with some opposition, or when you start talking to them, they might not give you the immediate response of opening up that you'd hoped, but that doesn't mean you stop there. They need to know that you're there for them, and they don't feel like you are, even though you might be. They need to know this. You need to show them. This is about you showing them. This is about you taking that water energy and that high priestess intuition. And when you feel like you should do something, like even just put your arm around them, put your arm around them. If you need to hold their hand, hold their hand. Even if you feel like you're crossing physical boundaries, like normally they'd be like, no, I'm fine. Doesn't matter, do it. If they say, no, I'm fine, then you just go, I know you are. I'm just putting my arm around you. That's all. Sometimes that's what's needed. I don't know, Cancer, it's sticking with me now. It's like in my belly. I want you to fix this because this is important. This is very important. And whatever they're going through, they need you more than they're letting on. So please connect with them again. Don't just take it at face value. But you can't, because the High Priestess is there and she won't let you. You're mentally going, no, they said they're fine. And your intuition goes, but I don't feel like they are. They're not though. So don't ignore that. That's powerful. That's powerful that she's here. Well, I'm concerned now, Capricorn. I'm really concerned, and I hope that you do this. Also, it will mend that weird, because I just feel this weird static energy between the two of you. Even just when you're in, one walks into the room and the other one's there, and it's, yeah, it could be all pleasant, but it's not, you know yourself, it just doesn't feel right. Anyway, gotta get rid of that energy, and I'm going to do now love reading for singles. Whoops, sorry. Right, for all my single Pringles, you ready for this? Let's see your love for January 2018. And I've pointed it out to all the signs, but I just want to point it out. Look at the size of this mother trucker. This is a rose quartz, and it's pretty heavy. I'd say you could almost break a window with it. I won't though, but it's all the love I'm trying to give you for January and all the signs. I'm actually going to look for even bigger pieces. I know you can get them, but I just mean bigger. Obsessed with rose quartz. Obsessed. Well, because it's just a lovely, it's a lovely stone. Do you call it stone? Gem? I don't call it gem. It's beautiful anyway. So, all that love has gone into these cards. I want to see how the single Pringles out there are. Okay. Okay, so I just heard that song. Frig, who sings that? Okay, I've seen you do this. This is a theme throughout all the videos for this one. Who sings Now That We Found Love? What are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love. Because somebody else had that song in. I had that song in my head when I was struggling. What are we gonna do with it? Nope, can't take it. Sorry. I hope that's a good indicator anyway. I'm going to go actually a bit rogue on this again. Whoa! I'm just going to take 3 random. This is very all over the place. You won't like this. I'm not very structured this time. Capricorn. But whatever is meant to be is meant to be. And these 3 were meant for you. Now we're going to clarify with one of these bad boys. Okay. I originally was doing 2 with the first set of readings that I did, and then I felt 1 was enough, to be honest. Do you want to let 1 fly out, or will I just pick 1? What do you want? What do you want to do? It has to be 1 now, don't be giving me loads. I have to pick 1. Okay, great. Pick 1 at random. Now. Oh, no, it's too late. I already picked 1. This is how I talk to my cards. Right, for singles, 2018, January, love reading. What's going on? Ooh, interesting. Okay. So, what have we got here? We've got release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Give yourself your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. My single Capricorns. Someone in the past has given you, it's bigger than a bucket load of emotional baggage. Would that be fair to say? They not only gave you yours, but they gave you all of their crap as well. And unfortunately, Capricorn, at the time, you didn't realize this and you took all of that with you. Whoever was your ex, I'm going to be very frank with you. Oh, and also to my new subscribers, I swear the odd time. So if you don't like that, I do apologise, but you know, that's just how I am. So I won't apologise for being me. I just won't swear every left, right and centre. But whoever your ex was, and I mean this with, and this is only for some of you, I'm sure you have lovely exes. But for those of you that were thrown the amount of emotional baggage off your ex, they are complete and utter arsehole. I'm going to say asshole for my US viewers. Asshole. In Ireland we say asshole. They are... I'm just ready to drop all the profanities onto this one. Fucking morons. We have a word in Irish here. It says Amadan. Okay? Amadan. A-M-A-D-A-N. And that means fool in Irish. They are complete and utter Amadan. It's actually a nice way of saying fool and absolute fucking idiot. But there you go. That's what they were. I'm so sorry, Capricorn, that you had to experience that fucking moron, that a fucking Amadan. I'm getting very passionate now. Because they were a noose around your neck and they put everything on you. They're so egotistical. They thought they were the shit. They were like, oh, but I'm amazing and you should have me. And they made you feel like you didn't deserve them. And it was like, where are you going with that one? Sorry, no, it's the other way around with Capricorn. Thanks very much. Obviously this is only for a few singles, a few of you, but this is how I feel very strongly about this. And I feel like this has been a good, there's been a good period of time between you and them, which is grand. I just keep seeing them there though, and they're just really bugging the crap out of me. They're like, oh, like they think they're so it. I'm like, oh, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, get over it. In social settings, they're like, they love themselves. Do you know what? If they were a piece of cake, they'd eat themselves. Do you know that? Ugh, God, I'm so glad they're out of your life. I get so into this. And I make no apologies for it. That's how I feel about them. Cancer, ooh, you may have been with a Cancer, I don't know. Cancers aren't normally like that, but maybe we've got a few rogue ones. But that's how I feel about your ex Capricorn, because not only did they, as I say, throw you your own emotional baggage, they threw their own at you. They said, take that and get over it and move on. And so for some of you, in your very fragile moments, you may have taken that baggage with you. I think you've dropped a lot of those things along the way because you've learned a lot more lessons. But however, you're still carrying it, and I want to kind of know why. Why are you allowing them to still have this sort of emotional control over you? Because in a way it is, right? They say, you carry my shit. Because it is shit. And you're like, oh, yeah, okay. And I know you've learned a lot, but I'm like, why? Why them? Why? Because you wouldn't let this away with anyone else. This card is coming up saying it's time for you to let all that go. You can't bring in that emotional baggage into newer relationships because A, it's not fair on the other person, and B, it's not fair on you because you block yourself. You block yourself with this crappy baggage and it's not yours to own anymore, do you know? Let's just clarify. Six of Wands, fire energy, Leo, Aries and Sagittarius. So I think for a lot of you, how this will help you is the community and the people that you have around you. You may only have very few people that you open up to about this, And that's fine, just as long as you do. There are people around you that support you and love you and will help you through this. But I think it's okay to talk about them, even after so long. You know, it feels like so long. And let them give you a fresher perspective. And even if it means that they just give you a bit of a boost that day and say something like I just did, being like, they're fucking Amadan, ignore them, forget about them. Even something like that. You've come too far to keep holding on to this, right? And maybe some of you kind of look back the odd time and indulge in that sort of memory of things, and that's okay, that's perfectly human. But if you indulge too much, you give that memory energy and it starts to manifest and grow in you, and you don't want that, right? You want to close the book, close the chapter. And if some of you have already done this, well, I'm delighted for you then. Some of you might be watching this going, nah, I'm done, I'm grand. That's good, that's good. And this portion of the reading is not necessarily for you. This is for people that are still struggling to release their ex. But you will be victorious and you will be rewarded with extra love, proper love, unconditional love for the people who surround you and care about you. That is the wealth. Not this dope. I don't know who the fuck this is. Anyway. Now your next card is give your relationship a chance. So some of you may be at this weird limbo stage where you're starting to see someone and it's kind of going well and you're like, maybe this could actually stand a chance. And you're in this weird limbo between this two. Oh, my ex, and this is something new. Now, it doesn't mean necessarily that you want to go back to your ex. I don't feel that. It's just that some of the things that came out from this relationship, you may be putting onto this newer relationship. See how she's kind of looked away? He's in it. He's got his arms wrapped around her, and she does too, but she's not fully acknowledging him. She's pushing him away slightly and she's creating a slight barrier between him and her. And it's a case that it's like, work on your partnership. If you want anything in life, you've got to work on it, right? And I know you know that more than anyone. But if you want to give this a chance, you're going to have to push all that back and release your ex. Release it. Let them go. Let them no longer have that power over you. Maybe you were hurt, maybe the scars are still there, you'll always carry them. But they're your war wounds. You know, you went through all this. Don't let anyone kind of take your war wounds away from you. They were earned, you fought. Alright, so you may have gotten really hurt in the battle, but you still fought. I feel like many of you fought for this relationship and this person because you believed in them. And you put up a lot because you believed in them. Well, also, they didn't come out without any marks, by the way. They might pretend they did. Huh. They might pretend they did, but they didn't. Nobody comes out unharmed out of love. No, no, no. Trust me, nobody does. But let's give this person a chance if somebody's coming in. Are they? Oh, yes! Sorry, I'm delighted. Are they coming in? Are they what? Right, King of Cups. Whoever this is, this could be somebody that you work with, because we had this person in your work section, in your career, or you study with, or this could be someone that you meet in work. Anyway, they're already present. You already know this. This is King of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Capricorn. Look at you. Look at you pretending like you don't see them. Oh my God. You know this. Oh, you know this. I'm just getting really giddy now. Like, you know. Oh, Capricorn. Right. This person is here. We've talked about what Cancer is and the King of Cups energy. Cancers, though, in particular, if we kind of, I guess, seclude them from the other two signs, is that they are extremely nurturing, extremely caring, very sensitive little crabbies. Now, Capricorns, or Cancers, beg your pardon, move sometimes from left to right. Like, they don't just walk forward. They've got that kind of vibe to them. They need to feel a bit more secure before they move forward in things. This person is coming up as a king. That either means that you see them as a king, or they are very much a very strong figure within your life thus far, because they're already in it. And they're looking, oh, this could be artistic as well, because water signs are very artistic, and this could be someone who's very successful in the field, whatever field of art that they're involved in. But they're looking at you, Capricorn. They have this cup, and they're like, I'm ready to give this cup. Now, you might not fully know that. You might not be fully aware of that, because they don't just give it to anyone, and they don't let on. that they want to give it to someone. Unless they start to feel secure, they trust the person feels solid to them, and they'll just be like, so. Normally it's a case of actually, do you know what normally happens, especially with King Cups? King Cups gets a few drinks on him and he says, that I kind of want to smooch you. You know, it's kind of that. You only realise it. Kind of when Cancers get a bit drunk, they're like, oh, you know, that's when you realise, oh, Cancer likes me. I did not know this. This is saying give them a chance. You see them as this king. And they can take care of themselves. And what's nice is you know they could take care of you if you needed to. There's an emotional stability to them. Do they feel like they're very sensitive? Yeah. And so sometimes it feels like they can't give you that emotional stability. Well, in actual fact, they're the best people for it because they understand how hard it is to control and move with your emotions at times. But they're always successful in balancing them out because they know exactly how it works. They know that if they're having a blue day, that blue day will soon pass and the calmer waters will come into play. So they know all this. They're like, yeah, they let things wash over them. You'll never see them fiery and reacting in that sense unless you really upset a Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio, and then like you just better freaking run. More so Scorpio and Cancer. It goes Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. Pisces will just be like, goodbye. So yeah, give this person a chance. Remember, it doesn't matter, could be king, could be queen, female or male, whatever your preference is. But this is saying, please turn towards them and look them in the eye and let them know that you feel this way about them. Now, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. This is almost smack bang in the middle of this, to be quite honest. Forgiving and learning. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for what you allowed yourself to put up with in the past. For whatever reason. You may not have had the tools then to take care of things emotionally. Now you're like, God, I'd never let that happen. I'd never let anyone treat me that way. Maybe you had to learn those though. Think about it. If it didn't happen with this person and it never happened at all, then you wouldn't be where you are mentally and emotionally now with regards to relationships and romance. So forgive yourself. Learn from this person. Even though that was, I feel it was very harsh and you were very hard done by Capricorn and you were treated like shit. Yeah, there's no other way for me to say it. You were so badly treated in this relationship. You really, you fucking were, like that's not fair. But you grew from that and you learned from that. And you know what you want and what you don't want. And when you kind of forgive, remember when I talked to a friend of mine about this on recently, well I seem to be doing a lot of readings anyway, so I talk about it a lot, but that we have a spiritual family, people that are within our soul group, and we make contracts with them before coming down to the earthly plane and putting our spirit into these vessels. We make contracts with them for them to teach us different things. And some of those spirits, some of those souls, whatever you want to call it, whatever label, they take the hit with some of these things. They'll take the risk of being the asshole so they can teach you something in life. So in a weird way, if you want to flip this on its head, be grateful that you've had this experience, because then it shows you and teaches you what you want, what you don't want, and that when someone like this comes along that will give you love unconditionally, you really appreciate it. Really do. Think about it that way. Think about that. Thanks for the lessons. Good luck. Good luck, goodbye. And forgive them and forgive yourself. Learn from them and learn from your own mistakes now. Last card. Ah! Amazing. Just brilliant. Just want to write that in the center there. 10 of Cups. This person has a lot to offer you, Capricorn. Oh my God, I'm so delighted for you. Oh, I just want to be invited to the wedding. Please invite me. Please, I'll do tarot readings at the side for your guests. Maybe that's something I should look into. If you would like a tarot service at your wedding, please call me. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, 10 of Cups. flying away with myself here. 10 of Cups, which is emotional abundance in everything. It's very similar to the Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles that I love. That's my happily ever after card. And this is kind of one of the happy home cards that I have here. And this is like everything of emotional investment. Every emotional aspect of your life is so full. These cups are so full that you couldn't possibly want for anything more. This is pure happiness. Do you understand? Look, he's his arm around her there, holding onto her tightly. They've 2 lovely little kids. There's a stream there. It's ever-flowing, beautiful, warm emotion that just comes in and around the family and also around the home. And this is saying that letting go and learning from all this. And I said to you that you can see what you want, what you don't want now. And what this person can give you, which is this 10 of Cups. Like, look how beautiful the 2 of them are together. Amazing. And it may be a case as well, Capricorn, that you see things with them that you never really saw with other people. And if that scares you, that's okay. That's okay. It's nice to think like that. It's nice to think that this could go further. I kind of sort of like you. I kind of sort of like you too. Oh, I like you. To you, hell. You really like them. So singles, I think this is great. Boom, take a chance on this one. I certainly would. If I had one coming in like that, I'd be like, yes, sir. Whatever you want. Am I joking? Oh, am I kidding? Take a chance. Take a chance. Right. I hope this goes as well now for my coupled cappies. Welcome, coupled cappies. If you're a Capricorn watching, or you are paired with a Capricorn and this is the bit that you wanted to watch the entire video, not a problem. I'm going to check it out for you now. Also, if you are cross watching and you're in a relationship with a Capricorn, well, that concerns me a little bit, because that feels to me that you're not getting all the answers off of them. Stormy weather. Okay. And a clarifier for each. Do do do. Stormy weather. All very random. Sure, look. Let's have a bit of fun. Right, for coupled Capricorns, let's see what we got. Capricorn. I have to get this out before I continue. This card has come up in nearly every single reading I've done thus far, and I kid you not, it has come up here and it's come up here and it's constantly been here. I don't know what's going on with people lately, but that's what's going on apparently. Oh Lord, man. And I said in one of the other videos, I just feel like I'm regurgitating this information, and it seems like I just keep saying the same thing, and that I've learned off a script, and that this is what it is. It's you see me shuffle like this, and I shuffle prior to switching the camera on record, and I shuffle when I'm on here, and I shuffled. You saw me after singles. I mean, Jesus, you can't write this stuff. Free yourself. Oh look, check it out. Alright couples, let's have a look. You deserve love. You are lovable. with an exclamation mark. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life and give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Well, let's have a look at this couple, shall we? You deserve love. You are lovable. You may be in a moment in your relationship, be it early or if you're in a long-term relationship, where maybe you're kind of questioning your self-worth a little bit. There is a card within this particular romance oracle card deck that is about self-worth, but this one keeps coming up forever. I think Sagittarius as well got this here. Your relationship may be at a stagnant phase at the moment. It may be at a crossroads, maybe at a standstill. And maybe you're not getting as much recognition from your partner as you would like, or maybe you're struggling to give them recognition. You deserve love. It's not always about the love dwindling. Sometimes the love becomes misplaced. And it's almost like love is this little box that when it first comes, we're delighted with it. It's great. It's like, look at this, it's great. I'm gonna put this up here and it's gonna show that I'm showing everyone, look at this love box I have. Look at my love box. Oh my God. But there you are, look at this, look at this. And then it's like you put it somewhere safe. You're like, that's fine now, I have that. And then you just kind of forget about it. You've misplaced it. You go, where did I put that love? I can't remember. Where the frig is the love? Where is the love? I don't know, it's fine. And it's something that niggles at you, but you never actively look for it again unless you have to. And this is saying whatever's going on in your relationship at the moment, whatever's making you feel this way, okay. Okay. This is for some of you. Capricorn, if there is a bit of that stagnant energy that I said in your relationship at the moment, please be careful about your wandering eye. If you have one. I'm not saying all of you do. I don't want to generalize everyone. I don't want to put labels on you in that way. But this is for a particular bunch. If you do have a wandering eye, and you feel like you're not getting the love that you deserve in the relationship, or that person's just not giving it to you, or they're busy with something else, whatever, you feel like they've checked out, be very careful about that wandering eye. I have this thing about wandering eyes. It's an illusion. You're creating this veil over the relationship because you're not dealing with what's actually going on inside of it. And so you look for external admiration, at times adoration, and that validates us a little bit. We feel better about ourselves, makes us feel desirable again, because maybe we've lost it in the relationship as well. We don't feel as desirable as we used to be. And maybe we feel it's because of our partner doesn't show us that anymore. So that's not going to solve what's really going on, is it? No, it's not. Oh. Look, whatever you want to do, you're going to do yourself. But I'm telling you now, this is not a good road to go down. If you have your eye on someone else, Capricorn, and you're in a relationship and you may be texting or thinking about doing that, I'm telling you now, you're going to destroy this relationship. And that sounds really dramatic. I'm aware of that, but I don't say stuff like that unless I really feel it. What do you want to get out of this? You want to be loved, right? So if things get hard, does that mean we stop trying? No. Unless you really want to, unless you feel like this is gone. But please don't please don't gravitate towards external influences. Oh, and I just heard you have to be very careful who you say this stuff to, by the way. Be very careful who you tell this stuff to, because I feel like there's an emotional manipulator around you and they will just... they'll wipe the floor with you with all this. They will take advantage of you. No. No, 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 no. Be very careful. Don't. Don't. So you do deserve love. This is the thing. You really do. but you gotta... I just feel like some of you are quite deflated actually. Some of you may be good. If you are, that's great. This portion of the reading may not be for you. Let's just check. Queen of Swords, right? She hasn't popped up for me in a while. I'm happy to see her because she's my lady. She's my Libra lady, because I always see her and I think of Libra. Swords energy, Libra, Gemini and Aquarius. Truth, communication, logic and thought, and at times memories as well. She's pretty cutthroat. I kind of feel like some of you are like a bit ready to go. You're like, oh, I'm kind of done, to be honest. I'm done with this. And you're ready to cut the cord. But I feel like some of you are looking for a reason to do that. And maybe someone else isn't the reason. She's also known as the widower. Oh, sorry, the widow. Beg your pardon. The widow of the deck. Because she can be so... She's like a diluted version of the Justice card. She makes decisions quite promptly. She has all the information. She's well educated. She doesn't just come in and just throw the sword around. God no, she'd never do that. She's a royal after all. She's a queen. But she'll come in and she will get rid of things like that. It's interesting for me is some of you may want to work on the relationship, and do, if you really feel like there's something there for you to work with, or that you both are on the same page with how you want to move forward in repairing the relationship. For the majority of you, I feel like you're ready to cut ties. And I say that also because she's here by herself. And look at this. You see how she's in the clouds. She's actually beyond the clouds. She's almost going up into the atmosphere. She's like, oh, she's up there near to space. And she's so elevated mentally. And she's so full of wisdom. It's that she's so detached though from everyone else on the earthly plane, you see? She's so alone. She can be so alone. But she doesn't always want to go back down to the earthly plane because she knows that so many people don't have as much wisdom or knowledge as she does. And so she struggles with that. But this sword means everything. This sword is everything to her. And it's interesting then because you have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Some of you may be in very... Okay, I just heard some of you may be in relationships that contain domestic violence. That's also could be for a very small portion of you. This is saying it's time to cut away from this. It's time to let go of this. You deserve love. You deserve more than what you've been given. And I think there's a huge realization in this. Some of you also could have just been emotionally manipulated by your partner, which to be honest at times is any form of abuse, be it mental or physical or emotional, it's all bad. But when you gather the strength like the Queen of Swords has, because Queen of Swords has this sword of truth, not because it's just given to her. She experienced all of this in life, so she knows. She knows that's why she popped up for you. And she wants you to cut the cord with this, if you want to. I have to keep stressing that because I don't want to tell you to break up with someone and then you're like, but I loved them and why did I do that? I'd love to think that you didn't do something just because I said it. That would be ridiculous, right? But the cards are guiding you, saying if you wish to cut the cord, if you wish to free yourself, then she's here for you to do that. You have the strength to do that. It's time to take back control of your life. And here's another unicorn here. Fenced in. And see how small the fence is? It gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It's time to take back control of your life. This unicorn, if they really want to, can stand up and jump over this fence. It's fear as well, right? It's fear, freeing yourself from the known and going into the unknown. Let's see. Four of Cups. Four of Cups energy here. Being offered something that you, in a way that you don't really want it to be. Like, yeah, that's great, but that's not exactly what I want. So maybe the next phase of your life, with whoever this is that you're kind of drifting away from, or you're mentally freeing yourself up from, this may be something that you don't necessarily want to do. But this offer is divine. This moment for you is divine. So please take heed is what it's saying. You really want to free yourself. Look, he's just sitting there kind of quite sour and somber and doesn't want to look out and look at what he has. It's the same with the free yourself card. Staying here for the sake of staying here and not willing to kind of jump up and look beyond what's already going on. Maybe this, as horrible as it feels for you, is exactly what needs to happen. What's the word of the phrase? A blessing in disguise. Maybe that's what this is. It doesn't come in the way you anticipate it to be, but it's still a blessing for you. Now, interesting as the singles got, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So this could go really either way. We've got two stories here, Capricorn. The ones that want to work on things and ones that don't. Accompanied by the Seven of Cups, illusions. Illusions. The veil that drapes over things and we can't see it for what it really is. Confusion. Bewilderment. Uncertainty. Being emotionally overwhelmed. Not knowing which direction to go. And yet we have. Give your relationship a chance and work on your partnership. I don't feel like this is fully true. I don't feel like this is the truth of the matter. No. I really don't actually. And I said it to the singles, look how she pulls away. I don't feel that love there. The wanting to be there like I felt in the singles, I don't feel it here. And your 4, you've gone to a 4 to a 7. You're very desirable, Capricorn. Some of you may be only starting to see that now. And some of you may be slightly influenced by that. If you want to give your relationship a chance, do. If you want to work on your partnership, do. That's what I said about this one. If you want to really do it, do it. But the majority of this reading is for people who don't. And there's a confusion here throughout this, and there's a seesawing effect that you have. But the center of this reading, the card, free yourself, it's time to take back control of your life. It's time to get off that. Get off that seesaw. That going back and forth. Because maybe it's just a bit too long in the tooth for you. And maybe you got to take on this Queen of Swords energy. And hear, however painful it is, hear her truth, which is your truth. And free yourself from all this, from this mental anguish. And emotional, because I see it. No. No, this is... Do you know what this is? This is them pleading with you to give them a chance. And that's where your 7 of Cups, your emotional confusion comes in. And it's not very fair. Because I feel like they're just putting on you what they want constantly. It's not about what you want. Is this daunting to start a new chapter? Absolutely. But do you deserve love? Absolutely. Do you need to give yourself a chance before even a relationship? Absolutely. Is your mental sanity and emotional sanity the most important out of all of this? Abso-friggin-lutely. So free yourself here. Let go of the constraints. Know that you can do this. Oh, I'm sorry, couples. Some of you are probably watching this and thinking, well, actually my relationship's really good. I just wanted to see if anything popped up. If this doesn't resonate with you, then that's fine. The message is not for you and you're all good. But it's for those who are struggling. I think it's very important that those who need to hear that, hear it. Alright, Capricorn, thank you so much for being with me here today. I'm delighted to have you. To my old subscribers, I'm so happy you're back. To my new subscribers, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope I see you next time in February. Do stay tuned. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe and comment. You know, leave your stories in the comment box. It's just great that we share this. We have this platform in order to do it, and this particular channel is there for people. As I said, we're a family here. We take care of each other, so that's what we do. If you'd like a private reading with me, I'm your gal. My email address is at the end of this video and it's below this video. You can email me directly and I will send you on a list of my services and prices. I do Skype readings and I do video readings as well. Is there anything else you need to know, my darlings? I don't think so. This is a long enough video as it is, right? Listen, you guys have a beautiful January. Take care of yourselves throughout January and I'll see you in February. Capricorn, stay strong. See you soon. Bye-bye.